Hey guys, welcome to my first vlog entry, I guess. I'm Elizabeth Grundell. So I decided I'm going to start just talking to you guys instead of editing the videos and posting them because that is a lot of work, and at the moment I have about 5 million things going on, which I'm about to show you. So this is what's going to happen for the next while. I'm going to still do the other type of videos, but just not as regularly. So I wanted to make sure I was talking to you in one fashion or another. So, all right. So I'm in my backyard right now. And if you've been watching my Instagram feed, then you already know that I've been doing a lot of work back here. So just a little backstory there. I was married for 14 years and got divorced a few years ago. And when I did, I got this house that I'm in now. And so this is kind of my journey getting it together. Up until this point, my health was crashed after my divorce. The stress of it all took me out, and I really couldn't even get out of bed for most of the day. I couldn't drive across town. I was actually just thinking about this recently because a year ago this time is when I started training at the group down at Ferguson's downtown Las Vegas. And I used to have a bed in the back of my car because I couldn't make it home without having to lay down. So that's how bad my health was. But in the last year, I've been dedicated to a new level of health and discovering a new level of health. And in that, I've uncovered that there's much more than what I'm putting in my body. It's, well, just a lot more. So I'll talk more about that another time. But so today I just want to show you the work that I'm doing on my house. My goal is to, for sure, my goal is to just be self-sufficient. So there's plans for solar panels. There's thoughts of converting the pool into either a natural pool where it's filtered through plants instead of with chlorine, or a pond. There is hopes for a chicken or a maybe something like that. Maybe. Not 100% on that yet. So in the meantime, sorry, I live in the desert if you can't tell. My face, everything gets dry here. In the meantime, I am starting to plant things because I want to be, again, fully self-reliant. So I'm going to want to get most of my food from my backyard or my property in one way or another. So in the backyard, I am planting fruit trees and a vegetable garden and anything else I can think of that's going to be smart for, I don't even know what the actual term is, if it's permaculture, if it's urban gardening. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I'll learn more as I'm going. I'm teaching myself completely off of YouTube, everything I'm doing up until this summer. Maybe last summer I kind of started experimenting, but I had a brown thumb, to say the least. I couldn't even keep a house plant alive. So anyways, I am learning on YouTube, and I'm learning as I'm going and figuring out what I want as I go. So some things change. I've already moved this, let's see if you can see it. This grapevine right here. That's like the third time it's been moved. So that trooper is still growing. It's going to be the toughest grapes alive. Well, let's get started. I'm going to show you what's back here. Starting over here, let me see if I can figure out how to do that. All right, like I said, grapes here, and I don't even remember what type. I want to say that they're red globe, which I hope they are, because I like that. This is a house plant that I killed, and I'm trying to regrow here, another cutting of it, so we'll see if that works. But these are some edible flowers and herbs that I planted along here. This is some raspberry, either raspberry or blackberry, growing back from last year. And I got these bamboo garden things at the 99-cent store and these clips. So I'm going to try to give you guys tips as I go of what I've done. So these totally from 99-cent store, and these plant clips just to keep them sort of growing up and over it and into one area. But depending on how good it grows, I might try to get it to go up the wall. Some more, I don't remember what these edible flowers are. I know there's violets in there, and another one I can't pronounce, nostrium or something like that. I have a little lemon tree in this pot. I'm not too crazy about it because it's a dwarf. So, and I don't think it was like organic or anything like that, but hey, look at that. So maybe that's gonna be some new little baby lemons for me, which is exciting. This is grow back from last year, artichoke. Now you know why they're so damn expensive. This big old plant on the second year is finally giving me an artichoke. This here, this section, all right, I'm gonna back up so you can see what I'm working with here. These walls are ridiculously short. Oh my God, that's bright. You probably can't even see, but if I can basically see all of my neighbors just by standing in my backyard, including like straight into their yard. If we're both back here, it's so awkward. So I am trying to figure out a way to get some more privacy. So with that, I planted these trees here because this neighbor can literally look over my wall and talk to me, which is very awkward. But now that it's growing, now that I've lived with it for a year, I don't think I like it. I don't want that there because I just bought some bamboo, and I'm gonna have like a little day bed area here. And I just planted is that it right there? Bamboo, some bamboo right there. So that will grow up and be nice and pretty there, but I want it on both sides. So now I'm gonna have to move. Well, I don't know how to do it. I have to look that up yet, but if this big, ginormous palm tree is movable, I'm gonna move it and plant bamboo there. So that's the plan. This is some clover. So clover is nitrogen fixing, so which means it's good because most of the things that we grow take that out of the soil, so we need to replace it. And this is a crop, they call it a cover crop, that will actually fix the soil. Sorry about the dog poop in there. They mix it in with grass as it is, and you'll see it in grass sometimes, and that's to fix the soil. So I'm skipping the grass and I'm doing just clover because it takes less water, and like I said, it fixes the soil. So then after this grows for a while, if I want to plant some vegetables or whatever, I can do that and not have to amend the soil as much. So I got some grapes growing up here. These ones are Concord, and I don't know if you can see the little, whatever the hell that is, wire. Got it from Home Depot. You want to get a thicker one because as these grow, they'll be very heavy on the lines. So I'm going to train this one. As you can see, I've started to already train it to go up these wires here. And I'm going to train it to go up to this one. And so it'll be really pretty, like the vineyards. So like I said, little baby bamboo. This supposedly is going to grow really, really fast and like 50 feet tall. So this is going to cover all of that, which I'm so excited about. So excited about. Some more clover here I planted that's just starting to sprout. These are gladiolus, which are beautiful, tall. They are going to get about that tall, I think. Multiple colors, different variation of them. All planted in there. It's a flower. Did I say flower? Tall plant flower. And I got them from the 99-cent store, you guys. I can't believe they grew. I'm like so shocked that they grew, and they grew fast and they're growing well. I didn't think they were gonna grow. I really didn't. But I'm super happy about that because I buy those every week at Trader Joe's during the summertime. So this is gonna be so fantastic. Over here, so these are gonna grow and like fill out, and in the meantime I have this open space here. So I planted here below, I have some corn, like two different varieties. One is called blood red corn, it's heirloom, and one that's a gem. So it's different gem colors, and also, so I'm super excited about that. So my son will love that, and I will too. And then there's also going to be some sunflowers. These ones down here are called teddies, I think, little teddies. And then the ones in the back are giant mammoth or something like that, big old sunflowers. So they will be edible, and I love sunflowers, and they're really good for you and your hormones. So that's what's growing in there. Over here, I kind of just got impatient and threw some rocks in here and sort of made my own makeshift little garden bed, but it's really deep. So in here I put carrots, and I hope you can see this. I can't even see my screen. Carrots and some strawberries underneath the carrots, they're nice and shaded, and then some garlic and onions here. And I actually stuck a potato and a sweet potato in the soil, and it's growing this big massive plant right there. You see that? This big old potato plant. That's so cool. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna have a bunch of potatoes under there sometime. All right, I'm gonna back up here. So, excuse me, these cactuses were growing here when I moved in. And one of them, they actually just flowered this year, and they didn't last year, so I'm happy about that. I didn't know they flowered, but they're so cool. So I've found out that some cactus, I think this one, I'm not sure about that type, but this one is edible, and especially in a lot of Mexican cuisine. So I'm so gonna be trying that out. I'm bummed though, because the wind broke it the other day. It was like really tall and beautiful, but the wind blew it over. All right, so right here we got a Bing cherry tree growing, and right here we have a apple tree, lady, what is it called? Pink lady apple tree, and those supposedly do well in Las Vegas weather, the desert, which is zone 9A, I want to say. So if you live in my area, that's a tree for you. I just seeded clover here. So, oh, by the way, this is white clover. It comes in white and red. They get little shoots and little round balls that kind of look like little flowers, and beautiful. So there'll be white little flowers all over this grass. It'll look like grass with flowers. And somehow I don't know what the hell that is. It must have blown over here in the wind, but I guess will be a surprise. I also planted some bougainvillea there, which is not edible, but I really needed it for the privacy. So this will grow up into that tree and just fill all up in there. So then the tree's too sparse, so I can see straight through there. It's my neighbor's yard. And then that will grow up for some more privacy. That tree that was over there that I'm gonna move, I was starting a hole here for it. So, by the way, you guys, trees and holes, no joke. They are no joke. A lot of work. Gardening has been my hardest workout to date, for sure. All right, so this whole side of my yard was nothing but junk and rocks not long ago. And let me tell you, this almost killed me in a weekend. But I did it. We did it. I had some lovely help. These you buy, everything is for the frame I got at Home Depot, and I'm sure Lowe's or any other hardware store would have the same stuff. I purchased 7-inch Douglas, I think it was, wood, which is supposedly not good for rotting, but in the desert it's not really an issue. You can use it. I guess it'll last a long time. But these little end pieces here, hi Hercules, hi silly, these end pieces, they are brilliant. I don't even think they were like maybe $6 or less than $10, I think, for each corner piece. And then you just slide the wood down in there, and that makes your bed like instantly. It was so easy to do. Now, don't do like me and make sure you level the ground underneath, because if not, this is what will happen over time. So make sure you level that and pack it down real good before you do that. I'll fix that probably at the end of the season. So we got tons of stuff growing in here. Bunch of peppers, tomatoes, kale, chard, kale, and then you'll see and collard tree right there. And then because I had to move some stuff around with my wishy-washy ways at the beginning of the season, we seeded it and then moved the bed completely and reseeded it. And I was hoping that some of the seeds that were already in there would grow, and oh my God, like most of them seem to be growing. So you got corn there. I don't even know which type of corn that is. You got fava beans, some heirloom fava beans, like 3 of the bushes are growing. This here was, oh damn it, I can't think of the name of it. This was not a seed, but this is, here, that word. Very good for you and grows well in the desert. Another plant for the desert. But you see like all these little corns that popped up. There's some more corn that popped up there. Yeah, I'm still working on my skills. So you see some bugs have been eating my plants. I figured I'm trying neem oil. I just sprayed it on here. So if you guys have any tips for me, whoever watches this,